My name is Marcia Diane, and I found out the hard way about problems that women have with their mothers. My mom was very loving. She loved to laugh. She deferred to my father, prepared the worst meals, trained me to be a good girl, and to always be responsible for my baby sister. Mom was the one who picked up the pieces after Dad's tantrums. She comforted me as no one else has ever done. My mom died of cancer when I was 16 years old after being sick for 5 years and enduring chemo, radiation, and 5 surgeries. Support groups weren't available in the 1960s. When I asked her older sister about mom and how she did, went through all of that in this tumultuous time, my aunt told me that women didn't talk about their feelings in those days. Hard to imagine for women in our days because we talk about feelings all the time. But they just put on a happy face. I didn't understand how severely the mother wound had affected me. I learned how to be inauthentic. I learned to be obliged. After working with thousands of clients in the last 20 years as a mental health and addictions counselor, I learned the pain women feel and the cost to their relationships due to their internalized pain, shame, and beliefs they inherited from their mothers. A fabulous motivational speaker, author, and the founder of Hay House, Louise Hay, wrote, "We are not responsible for the programming we received in childhood, but as adults, we are responsible for updating it." We learn so much from our mothers, our first point of entry into physical life. From loving, attuned mothers, we learn compassion, safety, and trust. We learn how to speak, how to express emotions, about our heritage, how to relate to others, our eating habits, and countless other ways of being in the world. From hurt, addicted, emotionally available, or absent mothers, we often learn very different lessons. Shame, blame, self-doubt, hypervigilance, and the deep and harmful belief that we are not enough. From both loving and harmful mothers, many of us learn fawning, which is an excessive willingness to please, accommodate, or serve others through heightened agreeableness, flattery, or self-erasure to feel safe, accepted, or loved. When fawning develops as a survival strategy, it doesn't disappear in adulthood. It often follows us into romantic relationships, friendships, and the workplace, quietly shaping our choices and boundaries. Our mothers are our earliest source of nourishment, physically, emotionally, and relationally. Through them, we learn not only how to survive, but how to love, attach, and respond to the world. And yet, inadvertently, we can be wounded in many ways we cannot see. So what is the mother wound? The mother wound isn't about blaming your mom. It's about recognizing the cultural and generational patterns passed down through women, especially in patriarchal societies where a woman's worth is often measured by appearance, obedience, and how well she pleases others. Clinical psychologist Dr. Mari Kovanan defines the mother wound as the internalized pain, shame, and beliefs we inherited from our mothers when they unconsciously, consciously pass on their own trauma, unfiltered lives, or need for control. The moment of awakening always seems to come when we least expect it. Janine, not her real name, stood at the kitchen sink, hands submerged in warm, sudsy water, staring out the window at the kids playing in the backyard. Laughter echoed through the glass, but her chest ached. Just 5 minutes ago, she ended a phone call with her mother, another criticism thinly veiled as concern. "You know, Janine, your husband probably wishes you'd drop a few pounds. Men notice these things." Those words stung, not because they were new, but because they were familiar. Each one a thread in the tapestry of shame that had wrapped itself around her since childhood. She wiped away a tear with the back of her soapy hand, the scent of lavender dish soap mixing with the bitterness in her throat. For years, Janine had internalized her mother's voice as her own, the relentless judge, the impossible standard setter, the whisperer of, I'm not good enough. This is the mother wound, the silent inheritance that shapes the way we see other women and we see ourselves, our mothers, and our partners. Women like Janine live with it every day. When you silence your voice to keep the peace, when you punish your body to be more lovable, when you overfunction, overgive, overapologize, hoping to feel good enough. And here's the scary truth. If you don't face it, you pass it on to your daughters, your sons, your inner child. Janine's breaking point came when her 8-year-old daughter pinched the skin on her belly in a mirror and whispered, I don't want to be fat like mommy. The floor beneath Janine's heart gave way. The echo of her mother's judgment had found its next target. That was the day Janine chose a different path, not one of blame, but of transformation. She started therapy. She journaled. She joined a circle of women who were tired of pretending that they were ready to heal. They were ready to heal, and she was too. And most importantly, she asked herself the hardest questions. Who was I before I learned to fear disapproval? What do I believe about my worth? And who gave me those beliefs? What part of me is still waiting for my mother's approval? And what would it mean to give it to myself instead? As Janine discovered, the journey to healing the mother wound isn't linear. It's layered with confusion, betrayal, and grief. Sometimes it feels like losing the mother you wish you had while learning to mother yourself with the love she couldn't give. But here's the reward for your courage: freedom. Freedom from the performance trap. Freedom to love your body. Freedom to stop seeking validation in all the wrong places. Imagine if, like Janine, you could say, I'm not here to please, I'm here to live. When you ignore the wound, it doesn't disappear. It festers in unexpected places. 92% of women report being highly self-critical, according to the Dove Global Beauty and Confidence Report. Research from the National Institute on Drug Abuse shows a growing trend in high-functioning addictions like compulsive overworking or obsessive self-help consumption, often used to escape emotional pain. Even socially praised behaviors like being the perfect mom or doing it all can mask deep emotional wounds. Ignoring the mother wound can lead to chronic anxiety, toxic relationship patterns, and burnout. But facing it opens the door to self-love, forgiveness, and true empowerment. Here are 4 common mistakes women make when healing the mother wound. 1, thinking it's disloyal to explore this pain. The truth is, honoring your experience doesn't mean dishonoring hers. It means you're choosing to stop the cycle. 2, trying to heal it alone. You need mirrors, support, sisterhood. Healing happens in relationship. 3, getting stuck in blame or shame. The goal isn't to make your mother wrong, it's to make you whole. 4, believing it's too late. Healing doesn't have a deadline. If you're breathing, you're on time. So let me ask you, do you see yourself in Janine's story? Have you lived with the invisible ache of the mother wound, for hustling for love, hiding your truth, fearing your own greatness? What might happen if you finally gave yourself permission to let go? You deserve to live with self-compassion, not self-condemnation. You deserve to thrive. Step into your power. If Janine's story stirred something in you, it's time to take the next step. Join me in my transformational program, Surviving to Thriving, Your Journey to Resilience and Empowerment course. It's a powerful self-guided experience for women ready to release limiting beliefs, reconnect with their inner wisdom, and rewrite their story. Are you ready to leave the approval chase behind? To reclaim your life, your love, and true joy? Over 6 weeks, you'll learn to discover the hidden narratives driving anxiety and perfectionism. Cultivate self-care rituals that restore your nervous system. Learn courage-based tools to rewrite your story from the broken fragments. build a supportive sisterhood of women on the same healing path. You'll unlock a lifetime access to the course, weekly live coaching sessions for support, guided practices that will safely take you deep inside with loving kindness and sisterhood that you deserve of compassionate women. From a low-cost ebook to intensive one-on-one coaching, you can choose from several tiers of support. As a licensed professional mental health and addictions counselor since 2004, I've helped thousands of women and men let go of the chains of the past and soar into a life of freedom and joy. When you're ready and decide to go deeper into your healing, reach out for help. You don't have to stay trapped in self-doubt to keep the peace or be more lovable. You don't have to be enslaved in a performance trap seeking validation from people who don't even see you. You don't have to continue to be overwhelmed by overfunctioning and overgiving to feel good enough. It's time to step into self-love and thrive. Are you ready to step up into your power and transform your life? If you're ready to take your life to new heights, I invite you to join me for my empowering course, Surviving to Thriving, Your Journey to Resilience and Empowerment. You don't have to keep surviving. You can start truly thriving. I love sharing and watching people change and grow. As my work continues to evolve, I've made changes in how I structure and price my offerings, so they reflect the depth and support I provide and remain sustainable. Changes took effect January 1st, 2026. There's no urgency. If you've been feeling curious or called to work together, you're welcome to message me. Mostly, I want to model what alignment looks like: listening, adjusting, and honoring capacity. Thank you for being here. Please share with women who you know could benefit from this message. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please like and share with your friends.